Encryption on. I don't know why the encryption's on, but we're getting there. Three, two, one. It's me and Frank. GHB Spotlight. Ready to talk about it again this Sunday. Exactly. Today's Sunday. Is it Sunday? It's Sunday. We're talking about GHB Spotlight, and we're here to talk about the week that was in Port Charles. Oh, it was a week, folks. Hi. How you guys doing? How you doing, Frank Moran?
Uh, Better than Flibbo.
Yes, folks. Everybody, thoughts and prayers for fun. No, he's still alive. He's here. He's just having a tough time at a work situation. I would say that.
That's right.
At a work, he's had a tough time at a work situation. We love you, Flubbo. May you get through it. So I gotta say that. He's a friend of JLJ Media, so you know that. So maybe there'll be some content. Go to Flow Voice. You never know. Maybe some over there. So check him out over there. We were here to talk about General Hospital, of course, but all day we did soaps, after shows. We did Beyond the Gates. And Amanda Russ is not on assignment. She was sick this morning.
Ooh.
So I joined Candace Mack towards the end.
Whoa.
I know. I did an appearance. Usually I'm the voice of God behind the gates. But this time I came into the gates and talked about a very important scene. I talked about that. That's out now, audio and video. And then we did a combined because there was only 3 episodes last week because of March Madness. We did a combined wide arm bold. March Madness was Thursday and Friday. So we did Monday through Wednesday, and we heated discussions between Tammy Govea, James Lott Jr., and Candace Mack. That's out now also.
See, that's people come for. You don't, people who just sit there and just chat pleasantly. No, no, no. You come to JLJ Media for the heat.
We had the heat. We brought the heat. We couldn't fight the funk. So there you go, kids. Couldn't fight it. Shout out who was one of my favorite engineer producers at AfterBuzz TV, and I just talked to him yesterday. Happy birthday, Ryan Nielsen!
Look at him. Look at him.
We love him, Frank.
He's the best. He's the best.
He's the best. Shout out to his mom, Laura, and all them, the whole gang. He was like, he said how much he misses me, and I miss him too very much.
Oh, once you've had James Lott Jr. in your life, I mean, you don't want to go. You can't. You don't want to go back.
That's it. He wants to go back. It's very similar, Frank. It really is. It's very similar. It's true. But yeah. But he's also on some episodes of Mandalorian after show on here when we first started it, and a couple of things. So we love Ryan, and it's his birthday, so I want to give him a nice little shout out. He's a great guy. Also after this, my chocolate twin, Tony Moore and the gang, we'll be talking about Days of Our Lives. That's right. At 3:00 their time. They are part of our Shady Sunday. Yes, they are. Hi, everybody. Come in. Come on in, everybody. The water's great. Shearer 6104 says, I found you on AfterBuzz. Oh, yeah, there you go. So you're a long timer then. You're a long timer. So go ahead. So give them some love. Also, I was at Tony's house last weekend. You saw the video that's out there on the shore, video short. He has a new series he wrote called The Unfabulous Life of Kevin, based on his short film he did a few years ago. And I was the narrator. And we did a table read, and I get to do that. So I went to the Valley, Frank, went all the way out to the Valley and Sherman Oaks and did it. It was rough. I had to get a passport, go through TSA, but we did it. And it was it's a pilot script, and it was really fun. And we had some great ideas, and it was fun.
Did you take advantage of your time out in the Valley to go and eat at some place you would not normally get to go to because it's so far away?
So Frank is so smart. He knows that's something I do sometimes. I'll go from somewhere. It's like, okay, I want to go to this place. It ended up being really late, so we did it. We were talking so much. It was like 10:00 at night, so I went straight home. But I would have if I had the chance. But I did go see some Hardys on Wednesday at Bob's Big Boy in Burbank. So I was there on Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
It's the birthplace of the Hardys. So that's why we went there.
I don't think for all my time here in Burbank, I don't think I've ever been.
What?
Inside that Bob's Big Boy.
Okay, first of all, Frank, I'm gonna tell you, let me give you Frank's address. Okay. Frank, just say Frank lives near that area. We were at AfterBuzz TV all those years. That's near that area, and you've never been.
No, no. I mean, despite all that, I know they got those, those great like old car nights and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Never been. CJ Leno, one of
yeah.
his
That's right.
viewings of cars. No, never been there.
That's hilarious. You got to take you got to take Josie. You got to go.
That's true. All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna duck out.
Thank you, bye. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, bye. Thank you, bye. See you next time. I'll meet you there in a second. See you guys next time. Bye. No, so we shut down. That's it. No, but I mean seriously, and the prices are not that expensive. That's what I like about it also. They're not that expensive.
Oh, nice.
So we had a good Hardee's meetup. And why I'm mentioning that, because some of you guys also watch my Hardee's shows. Tonight is the 13, no, I'll say it again. Season 13 finale of When Calls the Hearts. So I will be doing a show tonight for that. But tomorrow night, that's the kicker. For the 13th season in a row, me and executive producer Brian Bird, who also co-created the show, have our live heart-to-heart talk, we call it. We talk about everything with the whole season. He'll give us some previews for next season because Lori Loughlin's back, and about the spinoffs that are happening. So join us live tomorrow at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern for that show. We're going to talk about everything. I'm very honored he does that with me.
That's very cool. I will be very curious here about the Lori situation. Like what, I mean, I know there was that big moment in time when all that stuff went down. Curious, like why now was the good time in terms of storytelling, in terms of public feelings. Be curious to know.
Well, James will be asking those questions. So,
Oh yeah.
so that's right. But also, so I just want you to know, so there'll be two separate shows: the actual reaction to the show, and then that show. Then I am doing, because it premiered yesterday, the prequel to When Calls the Heart, Hope Valley 1874. That premiered yesterday on Hallmark Plus. I do have Hallmark Plus. That'll be out like either today or tomorrow. I'll probably get that out at some point. So I will get that out also. I'm doing that after show. So that's coming up too. And we're not done. In 2 weeks, on April 5th, is the premiere of the When Calls the Heart spinoff, season 3 of When Hope Calls. And I'll be doing that after show also. So that'll be, I know, I'm like Hardee's overload, Frank.
The content never stops on GLJ Media.
No, it doesn't. So that will be out too. And two of the stars will be back on my show. I'm back. So just lots of Hardee stuff coming the next couple of weeks. So keep me busy. And also, it is the anniversaries the next 2 weeks, next week and a half, of 3 of the shows. So tomorrow is Bold and Beautiful's 39th anniversary on the air.
Wow.
Check out Bold and Beautiful Rewind tomorrow. We celebrate that. Midweek, we started in 1975, so it's the 52nd anniversary, no, 52nd anniversary of Young and the Restless on March 26th. Then April 1st, General Hospital turns 66, 65, 69. It's like, it's getting up there. That's all I know, whatever. Some number. So just stay tuned for stuff on that stuff, Frank. I mean, it's coming up, Frank.
Oh man. That Hardy's prequel, that's one that's with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren.
Yeah, that's Yellowstone. That
Oh,
was the prequel.
got
Yeah,
it. Got
this
it.
was with Bethany Joy Lenz. Some of you guys do know who she is. I forgot the guy's name, but they're yeah, it's very much they're following Yellowstone. It seems like, which I did watch that prequel. That was 1923. It was good. I like Yellowstone. I do like Yellowstone, even though go move to Montana. They don't want you there in real life. They don't want you there. This show brought all you to Montana. They don't like it. Just like the show. You ever watch Yellowstone at all? You ever watch Yellowstone?
I never have.
I think it was good. It was good. Okay.
Were you satisfied with the way that they wrote out Kevin Costner?
Yeah, no, I wasn't. It was weird. It was very weird. But I knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. They made that announcement. We knew it was coming. So I was kind of like, I mean, it worked. But it was weird. It was. I maybe I knew too much also outside of it. We knew too much that he left abruptly. So, but it was weird. Hi, Maggie Tiger. Yes, year's anniversary is always on April Fool's Day. It started apparently April 1st, 1963 or whatever. So that's where it started. So that's kind of crazy. But all the anniversaries they were come out, so all that. Okay, let's get into the show, kids. I got other shows to do after this. I got more. I got shows going on till like 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh,
So we're going to start with the episode that made me laugh and cringe at the same time.
yeah.
They did a good job, Frank, on Thursday's episode with just her getting Tracy getting those texts. I kept
Oh
going,
yeah.
I'm gonna go over there. Like, what's happening? I want to know what's going on. I mean, I'm like, hey, come home ASAP, family meeting, ASAP, family meeting. Like,
Well, as soon as it was Olivia texting, I knew what it was going to be about. As soon as it
oh,
was
you
Olivia,
did. So I didn't catch it.
oh, I was just like, this, this deserves a family meeting. But I'll let you please continue.
So I didn't catch it. So that's good. I didn't catch it. I was just like, that's kind of interesting because she's talking to Alexis and busy with that. It's like it's kind of funny that's like in real life, you're just like, okay, I'll just get you inside. Just like I'm busy. But then it's just so good. The next day, and first of all, I gotta say, Friday was one that was a really good episode. Actually, I was saying that I've seen it a long time. Friday was an episode where I was on the edge of my seat the whole episode, and you understand why, Frank. I can't say that out loud, but I think
Yeah.
all of us understand what's going on. But it was just like I just was like I really was on the edge of my seat because there's so many different things were happening. It was to me it was really good. They did a good job. I mean, yeah, some things are sloppy. We'll get to all that, but it was kind of like that's life. Life is sloppy. Also, it's like I mean, it's just and all the I love you. We just look at that house on the lake. I mean, we know it's oh my god, I don't want to say it out loud. But anyway, the point is back to Olivia. Like, we'll get to that. Since that was the deal, I actually loved Tracy because Tracy was like, wait a minute, what? Like it's and the fact that the three of like they said, I love when they kept bringing stuff up to each other. Like, wait a minute, Ned, really? And then Olivia, yeah, it so it was funny in a weird kind of Quartermain sort of way. I see what they were trying to do on some level, bring back the Quartermain infighting kind of thing, and they do it well sometimes. Still, this one was a little too clunky, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it
I agree
was
with that one,
it
right?
was hard to hear over all the pearl clutching going on by Olivia. I couldn't quite pick up all the dialogue.
You could hear it. You could okay, guys. Like those pearls are loud. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
really loud. Yeah, and I just I mean, it was like I get what they're trying to do. And again, it was kind of cute. Meanwhile, you have Jacinda talking to Christina. I'm sorry, Frank. I don't want to timestamp it. But now I'm talking about relations. Christina, why aren't you with somebody? You're gorgeous. You're hot. You're this. There's something going on. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Or is just this Jacinda chick? She's so. I mean, because the actress is great. Maybe just this chemistry. I don't know. Frank, tell me.
I don't think you're crazy at all. Not with the scenes that we got this week with the two of them chatting away. Yeah, watching that, I was just like, all right, James is right. They're really, I think they're exploring this as a possibility.
Yeah, and which is like, but you already have gold with him and her and Michael. There really is gold there. The two actors have great chemistry.
Yeah.
Like they really do. Unless it's one of those things where like they like us, it's just we see it and maybe we go, well, we'll see what happens. Like maybe we'll go that direction a little bit. Because again, we heard from the wonderful Emmy-winning casting director Mark Teschner. She came in for one thing for a minute, and then they saw something they liked her. So literally, so she wasn't planned.
Yeah.
So now they're filling her in. This wasn't planned. So maybe they're going along with it. They're going, let's see where this goes, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you want to have. I mean, she certainly has enough uh uh baggage from her past that could come up. So, in terms of generating story ideas, I don't know. We'll see how this one goes. It'll be weird to see that generating some possible Christina Michael kind of tension between those two. They always seem to be pretty tight. So, I don't know. I'll be curious to see what that does to if it does become a triangle, what that does to the relationships.
Yeah, because it's something different. They clearly don't want her to be gay, so they're not going to do a gay storyline with her on her own. She really has no other storyline right now at the moment, which I know they rotate out. But go ahead.
Yeah, but what about, I mean, Charlie's? I mean, there's, going to be karaoke.
So that
Charlie's opening. James, I mean, that's going to be a huge night.
oh Frank, you're getting smart ass, but I know you're ready for people to sing. You ready for Kai to sing? I know you are, Frank. I know you're ready to watch those
Oh,
episodes.
oh yeah. I mean, I'd be at that bar, much like Kai was, just reminding everybody to head on over there. Charlie's.
Yeah. No, Frank think he's funny, but I'm like, yeah, we be crying when he watch those scenes come up. Yeah, okay. On this show, he'll be crying when he sees those scenes. Mm-hmm. Now I'm with Frank on this one too. I'm like, we don't need karaoke. Like, do we really need that? I mean, do we?
Just when you're thinking of like, yeah, as storylines are kind of percolating, you're waiting for that like event that could be like, like the catalyst for a lot of storylines to converge. Once they drop that karaoke night at Charles, I'm like, oh man, don't make this like the place where some storylines kind of pop off.
Well, we know for a fact. Well, I'm saying for a fact. We don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming strongly Gio's going to play there, and that's going to play into some kind of storyline for his music, right? That's be it. You already had somebody talk to him about that. I have a feeling that's what's going on. I think, right?
That's Gio's new gig right now. He goes to school for a class, and then he also runs the karaoke nights over at Charlie's.
And also, you said it. So who said that in chat? Yeah, Annie, that's true. They're bringing back Ethan, your original actor, to play Ethan, and him and Christina have a past.
That's true.
I don't know, kids. Something's going on there. Because they've decayed a character on Bold and Beautiful. They've decayed the lesbians on Y&R. I'm surprised at this point. She talked about Blaze, but But anyway, back to Michael and them. The part that got me when he said, "What about Grandma Bobby?"
Yes.
And everybody shut the F up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Sure did. No one said nothing on that one. They sure did. She was a sex worker. I like he said sex worker. He used that use. And you're right. And Tracy's like, wait a minute, I agreed to the gatehouse thing, but not all this. She was like, not all that. And she was loud. She kept kind of smiling, and Michael kept smiling at her like, this is too much. This is too much.
And Olivia was way too much. I mean, was it ideal? No, but nothing that's accidents happen, especially in a house where you got a big family, a bunch of people running around. Those things are gonna happen. It is, my gosh, it is not the end of the world, and it's just and I think like Olivia, you've already raised one boy, you've already done that,
right?
You know what that's like. So I mean, yes, Leo's got his challenges as well, but he's right. My dear Lord.
But Michael said, Danny Danny gets ideas from what he said, a piece of paper or something, or a piece of he said something. The line that he said was hilarious. For you guys know in the chat, please put it in the chat, made me laugh. Because I always say, so excuse my language, kids. So when I was like 18, 19 years old, a stiff wind made me excited. I always say it all the time. It's just like, he's just, so I love that Michael's like, okay, wait a minute. Danny's a little older. That you can't, he already has ideas. And then just them talking about each other. It's like, Nick, you were polygamist once. It's like, paper plate. He goes on a paper plate, he gets his ideas. That just made me laugh so hard. And then when she said, Olivia, how many mobsters have you been with? Not as many as you, or one few than you. I was like, that's right, kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all laughing kind of as they were saying. They probably figured this whole thing. I feel like the action was ridiculous too, but they were all just kind of like, it was. I know it was supposed to be a fun scene, and like I said, it was funny but clunky.
It was, well, and it's also, I mean, I guess it also shows just, even though Olivia's been with the Quartermaines for a while, when it comes to things like this, she's still not quite the Quartermaine. Like if it was just pure Quartermaine, but right. There is a flow and a tempo, but Olivia trying to do this just was so clunky, and just the way she was just trying to be so polite and
well, Tracy goes, "Come on!" It's like, yes. I mean, like, Just get it out. He was talking about, but also when Homegirl said, when Tracy said, God, you're out there with my brother and Drew, and they go, don't compare me to Drew. I was just like, that part was kind of funny too. Like there was some funny things in it.
And it was
But,
where that Olivia was having tough time kind of finding a way in to talk about
right.
the gatehouse stuff. But when it came to just Jacinta herself, she was easy about just like,
Yeah.
digging in.
Hello. So yes, so that was everybody saw it online. So I thought we opened with that scene, and we have another scene we got to talk about too. There's so many. Um, I want to talk about the scene next. I mean, there's so many things I want to talk about. It's not even funny. Oh, this one's kind of just a quickie one. So Jordan isn't pregnant.
Great. Thank you for just getting through that. That was good.
Yes. Okay, that's how it's going. So, we'll do it, kids. We'll do it. I was looking out the way because that was a big talk last week. Faison just has 4 kids. 4 kids. Everybody in the chat is talking about right now. Everyone online is talking about it. 4 kids. People think it's Cullum.
I mean, it could be. I mean, we have no reason not to think that. I mean, that was it'll be nice to have a scene with Jocelyn when she kind of just has a moment to process that scene. She had that conversation she had with Britt and goes like, wait, four? Who's this fourth kid? Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Combs not he's not that much older than
I don't know, but people in chat are saying it's Nathan's twin because it's not Nathan.
but
Right.
true. I mean, it could be a twin, it could be
Right.
who knows? Like yeah, that Liesel was, she passed out during birth and there was another baby and
Which I'm tired of those storylines. I'm sorry. Mothers, okay, mothers. You mothers out there know how hard it is to give birth. And the way they make fun of you guys making birth is too much. That's too much. Yeah, I fell asleep. I know I had 2 children. My friends who had twins, and I'm a twin myself, it was rough. Parents, all the mothers, they don't forget that. So I don't know. But yeah, his name is Andrew Hawks in real life. He's doing a good job being creepy Cullum. He's doing a good job.
yeah. I mean, the GH will go down whatever rabbit hole they choose to
And
go to.
they will.
But it would seem to be, given at least what we know about Nathan's birth and how Liesel did it, secret from Faison. That's why he never knew about him at all. To then say on top of that, like, oh, also there was a twin that even Liesel didn't even know she had at that time. Or you're saying that Liesel knew she also had a twin, but they gave it away. But then, and not once did she ever say anything at all, which would be insane that she was excited to be around Nathan and never
Right.
once mention the twin
Right.
brother that she also gave away.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that seems the heavy lifting part. That would
Yes.
be, oof.
Well, it falls into the whole that's not Nathan really. Which I'd rather go for that actually. I'd rather go for that and that this isn't really Nathan. It's some kind of product of something or a man with another face. They put his face. I mean, there's something's up for me. And I'd rather go for that because Frank, it was a little jarring just for me, just because they just kind of Lulu had a good time. Lulu and Nathan, they just I mean, all night, all morning, where they were lovey dovey and kissy wissy and woochie smoochy woochie. They were all that, Frank.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want me to find you a shirt?
I don't mind the way you look like that right now, but maybe you should get your shirt or whatever. Or when you had on, maybe we should take it off and let's go the opposite direction. I was like, they were really comfortable with each other.
Yeah, I went from like, how should we tell Maxie that we should do this to being like, let's knock those boots.
They did all the way off. They did. I was like, wow. And again, here's the thing, kids. Frank and I talk about this all the time. We are always down for sometimes just get to the point. But sometimes it's a little too fast. Sometimes we're I'm like, okay. Because you want to feel like Frank. Sometimes I feel like, am I missing a scene? Like, did they cut a scene out or something? I just feel like, oh, they're like, there was no like we slept together. Oh my god, just like we're just laying around our underwear and hair. I'm like, what? it just seems so just like
Yeah, I mean, I guess, uh, you know, clearly they want to be able to set up, whatever the reveal comes for Nathan, whenever that happens, some conflict. Because I mean, yes, he's there. He probably has some agenda, whether he remembers it or not, because of his accident up top when he first got reintroduced to the show. But whatever it is, when it does come to light that the unexpected conflict of his feelings for Lulu may be the thing that kind of delays or unravels whatever he's supposed to be really be doing.
now. Here's the point. Everyone. So Nathan has moved on. Full steam. Wait. I mean, full steam ahead. Full steam ahead, basically. Even even what's his name? Dante was kind of like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Gotta save Lulu. We gotta make sure she's gonna like he was like, whatever. And when he was like, I was there that morning with Lulu, he turned and was like, like he wanted to throw up. Okay. He did. He turned away and he was like, okay. Uh, but Cullum being there. So wait a minute. Do you think he was there for Charlotte or was he there for Nathan? I felt like he and Nathan kept looking at each other.
Yeah, well, I mean, if either Cullum knows what the real deal is on Nathan, or if Cullum is actually the fourth child of Faison, he would know. I mean, he would recognize and know that with Nathan, even if Nathan doesn't know that yet. I don't know. I don't know what they're kind of playing yet until we really kind of see what's the full reveal. Because it's like Cullum having, like, as we going back to those cigarellos and the book. I
Yes.
mean, we know that he was the one that played Faison going into Freak Out Anna at the very end with all the
Yes.
medication that she was on. Whether
Yes.
that was just part of the role that he was playing, or like, hey, this is my father, and these are the things that he liked. These are kind of things that I'm also gonna, be into. I don't know.
And also, he was the one who helped, we found out, really get this whole thing ball rolling with Britt
Yeah.
being taken when she almost died and the whole thing. So I was like, okay, so is it him? Because he was Faison's older son from so and she found I mean
Yeah, it's would I mean, because Britt knows there's a fourth child out there, but she's never mentioned that it's Cullum. So does she even know that Cullum's the fourth child? Because like that's never been like any of their interactions have never had any sort of kind of a familial connection or like any kind of stuff dropped about that. It's just been all business, all like, hey, you got to do this, we're gonna kill you. So I don't know, not that they need to be huggy kissy at all, but just any sort of acknowledgement that yeah, our father or anything like this. So I don't even know if Britt knows if indeed Cullum was the fourth child of Faison.
I agree. I don't know either. But they're playing very close to the vest. I mean, we
Yeah.
don't really don't know what's
And,
going on
and,
there.
and we also know that whatever idea they may have had at the start is not the idea that they have now.
That's very true also. That's very true also. Like they've not done that before. Um, and sometimes, and to be fair, sometimes a character or an actor comes on, they're so good, you're kind of like, okay, it can be a little rough, I guess, sometimes, rough seas trying to whatever. But the calm guy really does scare me a little bit compared to the rest of them. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. All week I mean, like I said, Friday was like that's like the biggest. Because we saw Brad came back. And Brad had his crazy drink. You go online, he did a whole thing on that. It's something like Negronatini or whatever. Um, but I love that Britt told him everything. Actually, kind of puts that's his best friend, and then he went to Lucas. I actually liked their conversation.
Yeah.
I
Because it
liked
was
that.
nothing, yeah, it was nothing about, with their respective history. It's just about this is my friend, my best friend. If you're doing this, please make sure you follow through and you do it.
I actually like that. Like they showed Brad just being a compassionate person, which he can be at times. and not snarky. He was being real. And I decided, and there's chemistry between the two. I loved it. I love the chemistry between the two of them. It's there, and we know it's there because I'm not saying it. Okay, anyway, everybody in chat, we all know what's coming. I think we all know what's coming. But anyway, so I like that they're setting that up, and that Brit and Homegirl, like, they're getting along kind of. So now, and they're all in this together. That's the other part of the storyline that evolved last week was getting those vials, which they find in. But then also we had a bunch of cliffhangers on Friday. So leading up to, with all that going on, can Marco get it? Oh, the revelation came out, kids. We already knew, but Sidwell calling out Pascal for his feelings for Marco, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it.
I mean, Pascal, I mean, come on, he was just trying to look out for everybody's best interests. Come on, James.
Even Sidwell didn't buy that shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're hopeless, you're a pathetic obsession of my son." And Pascal didn't say nothing. No, he didn't deny it. Not really. He didn't really like deny it. He really didn't. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And the way he's looking at, do you guys need anything else? The way he said after that, I was like, no, we're fine. And how Michael got up was like, no, we're okay. Like, he got wet all of a sudden. He did. He went in the other room. Come on, Pascal. He likes it. He likes him some Marco, which I don't blame him, but still, like, he does not like Lucas. He does not. He is like, let's get rid of his ass. And told. He made a phone call.
He told call him. We'll call him.
Sure did. Didn't care. Just talk. Did it. But I love I love that they. Oh yeah, he said I'm almost embarrassed for you. That's what he said to Pascal. But then see, I don't even want to say it. And then they had those scenes. I'm so glad you're here. I know it's hard for you. For my other, I love you, Dad. I love you too. Oh, and then he comes back and I just want to tell you, I'm just so like, nah. Oh,
of course, that just the best soap thing of just really laying it on thick before the big thing happens.
I'm telling you, Friday, my stomach hurt. That part of the storyline, I did because then also with that we have the whole Jason thing, and
that part was a little clunky to me.
Me too. Yeah, glad you said. Okay, well, let's start with why it's clunky, kids. Number one, I like that he went to Alexis and Tracy a couple weeks ago to talk to them. I like that part, of course. And he went to Carly. And he went to Sunny. He did his tour. The Danny part was clunky for me. The sandwiches did look good, though. Hold on, those did look good. I hear that. But the thing is, I'm sorry, folks, and you can be mad at me if you want to. To me, Jason is an okay father because he's so in and out. I'm sorry. I felt guilty at times, just my own personal life, when I had to go out of town and I'd be there for my kids if I missed a function or something. I felt a little guilty. This man thinks about everybody, to me, first. And then it's like, oh, well, I have my son Danny, of course. Like, yeah, living in Quartermaines together. He's a little more attentive, but to me, I'm like, and that whole thing, like, well, I trust you. I'm so proud of who you are. All that stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that. I just thought he's not the greatest father. I'm sorry, he's not a great father to me.
No, it's tough. I mean, I guess it's like, not that it's a one-to-one comparison, but I suppose perhaps having a parent that is also a public servant, whether it's, police, fire and stuff, where but for them, it's like they've made a choice to, serve the public in some fashion that also can put them in danger at times when you don't unexpectedly can do that. And so, having a family when you're also dealing with that, and you're on call and you're in danger sometimes, yeah, that could be tough. Jason, I mean, he's a mob guy who, so it's like he's like those are all active choices that he's made to put himself into that sort of lifestyle. But he also, I feel like that lifestyle also introduced to him sort of a code where in terms of just wanting to be able to help the people that were closest to him and to do whatever he thought was right to help those people. So while he's not a cop or anything like that at all, I mean, he has some sort of code that he lives by where he wants to do the best he can for those that need him. But still, it's tough when you're also trying to raise easier when it's a 5-year-old, 4-year-old. They're not really sure you also the mother's also in the picture. It's easier to kind of lead that lifestyle. But yeah, with Sam gone and he's now a teenager, yeah, there's a little bit more hands-on at times.
Um, I know the chat split, and people online have split where he should go. Some of the chat say she said the Quartermains and Tracy. So I know others say he should go to Lexus. As the grandfather of children, not saying I was the greatest dad on earth or whatever, but I would want my grandchild with me. I'm sorry, so I'm a little biased. I will fully admit that. I would want Danny with me, especially if I lost my daughter. I would want all she has of Sam is Scout and Danny. And so I would rather have him there, even though I like him with the Quartermains, and it's kind of cool. But see, Rocco's not there anymore. Rocco's with his parent. It was with Lulu. Scout's with her. I mean, so they're not together in the same house anymore. So you can't even count that anymore. You can't
Yeah.
even count that.
It's different if Monica were still alive. If
Yeah.
Monica were alive, I could see a very compelling argument to keeping at the Quartermain
Oh yeah.
mansion.
Oh yeah.
But without that, even with Tracy, as much as I love her, she does care about the family.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not quite the same. I would also agree that Alexis would be the right one.
Right. So yeah. I'm sorry. I just think Danny should be Alexa. But I've seen the split, which is good writing. People are split in the chat. Where do you want to go? But I think you should because also the girls come through and they're close to him. I mean, it's not saying the Cormains aren't they're his family too. But I feel like I feel like I love Alexis keeps kind of bringing up. We're still grieving Sam. Like we didn't just she's gone, but we still yeah, you get your whole family over there, but we're missing a family member basically, and I kind of like she brings that up. Um,
Yeah, I
and
mean, it's got to be tough. Like, how else could you not see a child of one of your siblings that are, or one of your own daughter that's passed, and not think of that person? So, it's always a constant reminder. I'm sure when you see Scout, when you see Stanny, you naturally just think of Sam.
the thing is, I think somebody said in chat. I think that Danny has to say, I don't know what the laws are because he's not 18. He's still a minor, so a parent can choose whatever ultimately what they're going to do. But I wonder if he does have a say. If it did go to court, where does he have a say? I don't know if he does, but I don't know if he does in New York. I don't know if they do.
Oh, I don't know, but I mean, like most things, I mean, they always say like, at least the child's preferences are taken into consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I'm sorry, I'm old school parent. I don't care what you think. I'm your grandmother or grandfather. You're staying with me. You'll get over it. You'll be fine. And he gets along with Lex. It's not he's gonna get along with it. He gets along with them. So my thing is, you're still a minor. You don't get to decide what the fuck you want to do. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna go on. I'm in charge. And so Jason, if he's true father, he's in charge. Whatever he chooses, like Alexis said, we have to just handle it. Whatever he chooses goes. If he chooses Alexis, then it's Alexis. If he chooses Tracy, Alexis is willing to kind of let that go, I guess, and be in there. But like it's Jason. He's the guardian and the parent, and Danny is under 18. He still has a final say. And so I don't think you should. I mean, I don't know. You don't give kids a choice. You just that's just what it is.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I mean, it's not as if either option is not a terrible option.
right, exactly. I'm saying exactly. Yeah, it's fine. Both options are fine. I think. He could have worse options. Trust me, he's fine.
Yeah.
But again, Rocco's not even at the Quartermains anymore. He's over there visiting, but he's not. He doesn't live there anymore. Kind of. Well, I guess he's doing both places with. It's a dual thing. So I just look at it that way. I say again, I'm an old. I'm an old school parent, so I will always go that direction. Where that's the thing. Did he choose Michael? No, yeah, he asked Michael to look after him. Lazy Flower. He didn't choose Mike. Yes, he wanted. He said he trusted Michael as a man, and he said, please look after him. And like he said, and Carly will be there too. If you need him, Carly will be there too. So he didn't choose Carly. They're both just kind of like to be there for him.
No, he just
That's
played a little George Michael for him. Just a little
I
bit of
could be your father figure. Um, it's a little different. So, but anyway, so that's the whole point. I'm just saying that's the thing. But Scout, I feel bad for that situation. And again, I think even I know Willow's the one Scout there because she can't do her thing. What she wants to do. I mean, she doesn't want. I mean, Sidwell put his fingers in that. It's a little too much.
yeah.
Really, you want Scout there? Really, like Sidwell? Come on, So, but anyway, so that's we'll see. Well, we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on with that. I thought that was really interesting. Like I always said, some of these folks they just think they need. That's the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks are always going to fight. Like we're the quarterbacks. But like Lisa said, it's all just not all about you guys. It will not
Yeah.
be all about you guys. But meanwhile, you got Rocco looking at seeing what everybody else is doing on the pier. Should I be on it? Oh my god! So that scene was actually interesting earlier because now we're getting some idea of what Rocco wants to be when he grows up, which is a perpetuation of the hospital sets.
Great. That's always good. And it's been a while. I mean, Rocco's been kind of on the side for a little while. If anything, we've seen more of Danny and Charlotte for
Yeah,
the little bits of anything. So it was great to get like Rocco mixed up in something. And then of course, if it has something to do with Brit, which will be very curious given where we left that. And we know that, I mean, clearly, I mean, is she not, is she going to leave town even without
you don't
Jason?
know. I mean, because here's the thing. Because on Friday also you have Jason. You got to come with us. WSP wants you, and him and Lex are like, what? That's how it was left. So we don't even know. So Jason's being called in.
Yeah, and I don't know if they have footage of him across the
Right,
which I think would be incredibly sloppy of Jason to be caught like
right,
that.
right.
Uh, or it's just that Cullum, much like for his discussion with Brendan earlier, was just like, I'm not buying, Jason Morgan, so I'm bringing him in.
That was a good scene too between Cullum and Brennan and Carly. I get
Yeah,
that was pretty. That was pretty. That was like a lot wasn't said, but it was said in that scene. And he
yeah,
said when he said, "God, I do love you," I believe him. I believe it. And I think Carly believes it too. Like that's the hard part. There's something she said. There's something good in there about him, but it's all kind of effed up. And Colin really is the more evil of the two. We were seeing that basically, and Sidwell is the evil of all. I mean, they're all so. Brennan is that gray area character, I think, right now. But when we were sitting there talking to her, and she was like, blah, 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 we bleed people, and he was like, God, I do love you. God help me, I do love you. But he said that, and her eyes welled up when she was looking away from Cinema. I'm like, it's true. I believe it. I believe it. I totally believe it.
I'm curious to see if I mean, Jack's got to have that feeling that Carly knows about Jocelyn. Like I like the way that she was talking about that argument and stuff, and just what was unsaid during their conversation. He's
Yes.
got to at least think that Carly has an idea or knows
Right.
something.
Right. But I was proud of Carly when she told Sonny it was about you.
Yes, I'm glad, their relationship's going to the point where there's no need to protect each other.
Oh,
We're going to tell you exactly what's up, whether you
right.
like it or not.
And Jocelyn did give two F's.
No,
She's like, see, you're still doing it. Like she did not care. And just stormed out. And it really is tough. I see why Carly it's tough for her. It's really tough. It's just really tough. And I like the way it's all kind of you got a little good umbrella story. It is kind of an umbrella story. It's like kind of it's all overreaching with Brennan. I think Brennan does now wish he didn't bring Jocelyn into it.
yeah,
I think he regrets it now. He did at the time. I think he does now.
yeah, especially given the stakes of all this stuff, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
And then, but going back to Colum and him and that coded talk, and then Colum just basically saying, "Are you working with Jason and Britt?"
yeah,
But he really isn't, which is kind of weird. Not really. I mean, it's kind of, and that's what I'm saying. It's so layered. I'm actually surprised how layered this is.
yeah. It's like, yes, he's using them for information, but I mean, neither of them like Brennan. They like Cullum less than they like Brennan, but that doesn't mean that they're thrilled to be interacting with Brennan at all.
Right. Right. So it's kind of like he's not telling you everything, obviously, but there's things he's not doing that either. So, but Colin has no idea because a certain agenda is not happening. So that's a yeah, Colin is a good character, you guys. I agree. I'm sorry, Jocelyn made her own choice. Well, that's the whole point, and that's what Jocelyn said to us. She said, "I did it. I'm the one who said yes, I did it." But you can be manipulative. You can. Yeah.
I mean, it is one thing like with Carly, or I guess like any parent, it's like whatever kind of life you raise your children in, even if while it has its challenges, you think that your kids are going to be
Right.
understand the choices and agree with them. But when they get older and have their own life experiences, even though they're not as much, but at least their initial and the kind of just the passion of youth, that you realize like, oh wait, nope, my child does not think along the same lines that I do about certain things.
All right. I'm liking that when you bounce around, you are getting everybody's point of view, so to speak. You really are getting what their point of view is and their angle at it. And we know it's Sunny, and oh my god. So the guy, I do miss your buddy. The guy who's playing Ezra is doing an admirable job. He's competent, but it'd be better if I don't. Danny, what are you doing, Danny? Why aren't you on?
From what I read, it was just because like that time was during all the snowstorms they're having back east,
Oh,
and it
okay.
was tough for him to be able to get back west for that.
And folks, there were some snowstorms. There was. Oh, okay. So, but he's trying. This guy is trying. He's doing his best. So Laura's getting tired of this S. She's getting tired of it. She's like, I'm caring less and less. But she's seeing every time he speaks, she's seeing that he feels that he is stuck. And that she's stuck with him. I think she's starting to get it. Because when Martin was there, he was like, something's going on here. Like he wasn't dumb either. There's something going on here. Before you get into that, Tracy busts through the door.
Yeah, there you go. All frazzled. This helicopter.
You and your hag or whatever. I laughed so hard. I'm like, I mean, come on, folks. It's only a matter of time if they actually do it. Martin and Tracy. I mean, at some point. They're kind of lead that direction, but they haven't put a trigger on it yet.
I really wish that Laura would have taken Martin into her confidence about all this stuff.
Me too.
Just to give Martin something to do, especially when Drew is incapacitated. He
Yes.
really has got nothing going on. So I'm like, if you're bringing him in for this, let's give him a little bit more. Let's give him a little seat at the table, even if it's at the kiddie table right now. But just give him something else to do and get him more involved with Laura. A chance to kind of re-solidify that relationship that kind of got a little rocky after the other shenanigans with the Will and Tracy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. Everybody agrees with us. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's one of those things where they bring him in for a second to kind of say like he's like detecting something, but then they don't use him again. So it's like, but yes, the Ezra thing. I almost would like to see Ezra and Laura actually really work on the same side as she sees the different side, that he kind of gets changed by her a little bit, and that she realizes, yeah, we're in deep, and maybe they start to work together to free themselves. As he said, I thought he'd be a good guy to smooth up to, but I didn't realize how far in I was in until I was in.
I mean, the idea of the redemption of Ezra Boyle could be an interesting story beat for sure. I just hope that that would be a cool thing, and I'm all down for it, and it would be fun for it to play. So, give me Daniel Cosgrove and how he goes from this to uh playing his part in bringing down Sidwell.
But I didn't realize how much I missed him with this other actor filling him. Like, no, Daniel will put a little his own spin on it.
Yes,
that would make it like okay. But like I said, the guy is doing an admirable job. Again, it's Mark Teschner. Let's know. Yeah, get somebody in there. It's not Daniel's fault.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't. It was really. There's some storms going on. But yeah, Duane, I'm with you. I think Martin Tracy do dirty deed. He just go ahead and do it at the crypt. I don't care wherever. No, get do it.
The sooner the better with that if they're going to pull that trigger.
I agree.
I mean, because why have Michael E. Knight? I mean, that's an all-star you've got right there on your bench. You got to put him in for, put him in for a few innings.
I agree. I know. I totally agree with that. I'm talking 3, 4 time Emmy winner. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And his folks, you don't even know his heyday.
Oh,
Tad the Can, he's working it out, and Tad and Dixie, Tad and Brooke. I mean, I mean, he was the man. Um, so okay, what am I missing so far? I think I'm missing something. Well, we had Jocelyn for a minute. We talked about that beginning, Medora. We talked about the Olivia Fact at the very beginning. We talked about that.
oh, one final thing on the Jason part of it is him with that sniper rifle, just looking through that scope. Like to me, that also felt clunky, just how it wrapped up. Like all of a sudden he was just gone. I'm like, you really did not play. It was weird the clips they decided to play with that. Like why would they play like the Brennan and Carly bit where it's like whatever happens to you, Carly, will happen to him. Like, and they kept on teasing it with like the sniper rifle kind of hovering over Brennan. Like that makes zero sense because why would he want to take out Brennan at this moment? That's silly. I would have played if you're trying to have Jason wrestle with that. I would have had him thinking about Danny, thinking about some other stuff like that, and play those clips about him trying to be like a father or something to him and wanting to get to that game that he got to that made him decide not to do this. Yeah, that was just weird clips, and then all of a sudden he's just gone from that little tower that he was on. So anyway, that kind of stuff bugged me about
I'm
that.
gonna comment. I just wanted to sip my tea first before I
Oh,
comment.
please, yes. Take a long draw.
Yes, and I'm going to comment. I'm going. Everybody in chat agrees with you. I agree with you also. My problem was Frank. He had a clear shot several times.
Yes.
Jason. So Jason is a trained killer, basically, right? That's what he's built all these years. When they did it, there were several times he could just took him out really quick. Renner was off to the side or whatever. But he kept doing this whole. They kept doing the whole clunky. He's in front of him now. He's over here. It's like, but no. Go back watch episodes, folks. There were a couple of times it was square on him. He could have got him in the head. Could have got him in the head, the neck. He could have got him, but he didn't. He kept hesitating to show those tired clips.
Which really had nothing to do, I felt like, with that moment. Like if you want to play the beat that Jason is having second thoughts about like taking your life, just it's one thing to be doing it in the heat of the moment, but
Right,
this was like cold, deliberate kind of
right.
plan that he's going to take Cullum out on the way out of town. To have Jason now with his experiences of being a father, more of a father than he has been, and how his life is not so sunny centric since he's come back this last time,
Right, right.
and the death of Monica and all that stuff and how that's kind of affected him. And that makes him like, kind of, what am I doing? I gotta leave. That would have been better for me. I would have bought that as a reason that he didn't pull the trigger as quickly as he could have.
And I know it's just nitpicking, folks. That's what we do here on GLJ Media.
Yeah, it's just like if you're gonna show us those stuff, like I wanna feel that moment. I want it to hit as a story moment, and me
Right.
to be going like, yeah, oh, that makes sense. Jason's changed. He's not stone cold anymore. He's kind of like lukewarm.
No, that's very good. But I'm saying no. My point was we nitpick sometimes because we love. My nitpicking moment of the week. I have a storage unit. You have to lock it back up. You guys see that? He just closed it and went around the corner. Uh,
You'll get a call from the storage company like, hey, this is still unlocked.
right. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I saw that. I know it's a little thing, but it bugged me. It bugged me. I was like, if it's such a secret place for you for all your guns and stuff, you would lock. Okay. Just want to say that.
What a deal. And like no cameras, I guess, because it's like
Right. Because almost they always, because so folks, you don't have a storage unit. usually have cameras just for your safety and for theirs, so you don't stealing people's stuff or whatever. And usually they focus down the I say the runway with the hallways where all the different ones are. And if you're at the front office, you can see all the cameras. No,
Yeah. And so like if you're walking out with a long case that looks like it could contain a sniper rifle, that's something that the cops are going to see when they come back and investigate later.
yeah, I mean, that was just kind of weird. I thought that's a little sloppy too. But again, yes, and Stargazer, I think yes, we kind of get what they're trying to do. We're just saying it was a little clunky the way he did it, but I think by you know, see, I thought it was a storage unit in the bike shop that he owns. But either way, Linda, you still lock. You still lock it up, right? I mean, you still. I don't. I mean, my shit's locked up here. I get things in my. I like. We lock the garage in our backyard. I mean, you lock the doors, don't you? I mean, I don't. I mean, the whole point is you want anybody because if somebody descends on his place, which has happened before, right? Like we talk again, he's considered a gangster, a killer. You don't have things just wide open. They just open the thing up and we're going in. I mean, we don't have to work for it. I think.
Yeah, I think if it's locked, that's more of a thing to like you need a warrant to search
Right,
this
right,
specific area. Now,
right,
if it's unlocked, it's like opening a door. Like, hey, we'll just open
right.
this door and see what's in here.
So I was like, but again, so again, I get what they're trying to do, of course, all that whole sequence and everything. I get that, but just saying that made me laugh. I was like, he didn't lock the door. So it's kind of funny. Like I said, so it's a little thing, but I suppose I laugh about that. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Well, we talked about it briefly, just kind of, and everybody in chat, we're talking off and on today, and we'll find out this week what happens. I mean, is it goodbye to Marco? Friday, Cullen walks in with a gun behind his hand.
Or that knife.
Yeah, and I thought it was a knife. Oh, it was a gun. Okay, well, whatever behind his hand, and it was after Marco and Lexus had because you never see him at work. Never see him
No.
at work. So he's at work, and here's the file you wanted. Thank you, Marco. I'm going basketball. What about basketball? And then cutesy cutesy. She leaves. And Chef's like, no, I know you guys. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I don't want to. I know. I really don't want to. Because I mean, and I know for a fact, because I was a huge fan of his on As the World Turns, I know that Van is gonna do an excellent job. If it does happen, I guess if it does happen, I can almost guarantee it's gonna be some Emmy worthy work. Um and we get to see we'll get to see Carlo, see what he's got, how his I mean Carlo. Well, the guy who plays Carlo. Oh my god, his name is Carlo, the guy who plays Sidwell. What his reaction will be
I will be curious to see
if they
if
do
that
that.
happens. What Cullum? Why does Cullum come straight with Sidwell about why he did it, or does he try to blame it on somebody else? Uh, because he doesn't want to. Because I think that stuff is business partners to say, "Oh, I killed your son too, so let's keep working together," and not think that Sidwell is going to take that personally and also want to like get revenge for that.
Well, as you know, both actors are friends of the show, so we'll find out what's going on. We never know. And thanks for watching. And thanks for watching those. Those episodes are huge. I mean, those episodes big for us. So thank you for watching those episodes. Um, yeah, I just
Because
it's you're great. They're great.
I also thought like, oh, hey, is Sidwell or is Cullum going to try to set Jason up for this? But it just wouldn't timeline. It wouldn't work. Like I think like the time of death of Marco, while Jason is like sitting there with Dante and Alexis. No, I don't think Cullum could set Jason up as a patsy for that, especially that he called him in before he even told him what
Right,
you know that because how's the death of Marco like WSB business as opposed to PCPD business?
right. We were chat things it's gonna make Sidwell and Sonny work together to take down Colin.
I mean, it could happen.
That could happen. The enemy to my enemy is my. That could happen. But I'm just curious. I'm if that thing. I'm not gonna say it out loud. If the thing I don't mention happens, I'm just very curious to see the acting skills of Carlo. I'm just really curious
Yeah.
what his because he's really pissed and sad.
If you're yeah, if you're looking at keeping Sidwell around long term, this is a twist in the story that can then keep him around
I agree.
in this.
Okay, no, Sid will be furious. What I'm saying, I like this. If he finds out, no matter who did it, I'm just kind of curious how he plays it, how he's going to play it, and what's going to. I mean, we haven't seen that side of him yet, so I don't know. And I'm a little excited. I don't want it to happen, but if it does, I'm excited for some of the fallout. I know it'll be good. I know it'll be good. I know the. I mean, I just think. I mean, what if Lucas falls apart on? I was say Perry Shen on Brad.
Or what if he and Pascal hook up because they're commiserating about poor Marco?
Well, but Pascal, you're guilty. You know what you're told.
There you
Mm-hmm.
go. Straight,
Because what's so funny is, here's the thing. We skipped a step, of course. Colin didn't go after Lucas though. He went to
no,
Marco.
yeah. I mean, when Marco was talking with Lucas, and he's like, "Well, there are many other suspects. Like it wouldn't necessarily fall on me that I'm the one that got it." But I think when you've seen Marco go into that two times, where both Sidwell's seen it and Cullum has seen it, it's tough to then say like, "Oh no, it wasn't me that actually took any of the vials. It was probably somebody else." So, uh, they would at least need the combination, and Marco seems the most likely person to be able to provide that information.
Without Pascal fight, how he'll feel.
I don't
Man.
really have any regrets that he mentioned that to Column. Now
Right.
look what you did, Pascal.
I know. Unless he told Colin to go after Lucas possibly. It backfires and he goes up to Marco. Because I'm like, he's gonna be upset too if Marco goes.
Yeah, I mean, his big beef has just been Lucas. It's
Right.
never been Marco.
He's always said Lucas. He's always been pushing about Lucas. So I'm like, maybe he's like, yeah, go get Lucas. And then who was watching Up 55? It wasn't Brad, it was Rocco. They revealed it to be Rocco watching Up 55.
Which is nice. I would be curious to see what happens there. I
Yes.
mean, clearly Jason's going to be in WSB custody, which means does he get put in Steinmauer or he gets disappeared to some like black site,
All right.
which explains why he's going to be gone off the show for a while. But if that's the case, I mean, Britt has the medicine. Can she, does she need Jason to be able to get to where she needs to go to pass it on to Britt? Can she go on her own? Is Rocco going to go with her? No, Rocco wouldn't do that. That'd be insane.
But like I said, with this whole development of Jason being almost not arrested, brought in, that changes a few things. That's all.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah, where are they going with that? I don't know.
Yeah, because somebody needs to alert. Britt's got to find out because she can't stay in Port Charles.
No, can't.
Especially now that she has the medicine, she can't stay.
No.
She's got to duck out for a little while.
On a funny note, I love Lexus and Rick. They're comedy gold. And the fact that he's trying to convince her that he's changed and she ain't buying it. Hilarious. Love it. But I actually love him and Elizabeth together. And I love even a little bit of the Elizabeth Lucas stuff. It's kind of fun. It's like, what do you want me to tell you? You know, okay, go ahead and do it. But like, I know Lucas is like just like seething, like, don't go out with him either. He did you once before. But I kind of agree with you all on soaps, especially. Can you have redemption on soaps? Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, you can. And Rick sounds different this time. Therefore,
I agree because I mean, if you can't have much like in real life, if you can't have redemption, then what's the point of us doing anything?
right?
So I mean, certainly, that's easier said than done. And of two people that I think Rick would be hard pressed, if ever, to convince that he has changed, would be Alexis and Carly.
Yes.
You're gonna have to just accept the fact that you're not gonna really be able to sway the two of them.
Yeah,
All you can keep doing is just trying to show by example that you have changed and just let the cards fall where they may at that point.
I agree. And of course, we have on the other side of that, Diane and Sunny.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, when you find out you're getting boxed out of half your business, um, for your, understandably so. I get it. I get what Diane's feeling. And I don't know. I mean, Sonny's, explanation, kind of lacked a lot of that, that Corinthos charm. So, I mean, it was already going to be a tough sell, letting Diane know that she only was doing half the workload.
And she was like, "Wait a minute, am I always giving you superb ratings?" Like, no. And they kind, and and the thing is, I like when he sat down in front of her. I was like, you are the best and all that stuff, and I do value you and all that kind of stuff, and I just want you to do the legitimate stuff, and I'll have. So I get why everybody's skeptical. I get it. That's why I like the story. So let's just start to just continue to show him changing, and I love that Liz was just like, you know what, I'm going to do it. Governor was like, okay, well, I saw you talk to you. Okay, I guess I'll go. And she said, sit your butt down. I like what she said, sit your butt down. I love that. It's like I'm not going anywhere. It's like I know who you like. Let's just try to get in the moment. And I like that. And you rather have Alexis and Rick. I like to me. Rick Hurst is just a national treasure. Also, and I've heard both actresses that post things. I'm gonna say love him in real life. So he's a national treasure. I really wanted Rick with Justine Turner. That can still happen. The
Yeah,
right,
never know.
it's fair game. She's still thinking about Sonny's nether region still, but other than that.
I also like that Rick was gonna come clean about the ayahuasca trip, and she was like, "I don't need to know, but the fact that you were willing to tell me speaks a lot."
But he's just Rick Hurst is just I mean, pay him whatever.
Which, yeah, and we have seen enough stories where Rick and Sonny are at odds, and Rick is screwing Sonny over, that I am excited to just flip it, and let's see when Rick is being above board about everything, and what happens when he and Sonny have actually a close relationship. That doesn't mean it's always going to be like this,
right,
but I think having a good run of this then makes then I'm sure the show introduces what is the thing that makes them kind of
right,
separate again.
yeah.
And
The chemistry goes back to chemistry, and there's chemistry with several of them. There's chemistry, so I'm like, okay, let's see where it goes.
and any future friction that could happen between the two of them, I think means more or plays better if it's operating from a place where they've actually formed a real genuine closeness. Because like right now, if Rick turned and did something, everybody's gonna be like, oh well, this is what we expected. We know Rick. He's done it before, he's done it again, no big deal. So I think the more interesting thing is to have him not be truthful in all this, have them get really tight, and then some story beat happens that causes some kind of tension between the two of them. And then, how does Sonny react when he's had a chance to have his brother back and have a real relationship with him? How does that affect him now?
Right. I mean, I feel like they both have a desire to want. Like you said, he's the last piece of my mother. And it's my brother. So I mean,
Yeah.
people do change. I mean, but again, Rick Hurst has a chemistry with everybody. Maurice Bernard, with Ricky Hurst, with everybody. I mean, he loves it with everybody. Like he has history. He has chemistry with everybody, and that's the blessing and curse of Rick Hurst.
And I mean, I feel like some grudges uh are best held like when you've got like that passion of the youth behind it, and then there's age and wisdom and experience and time kind of going like some grudges just like we just got to let it go
But
you know
also, a newer Rick would be refreshing. Stargazer.
oh, it would be.
Again, we're like just we know some people are going to always be kind of the same, but you can add new beats to their storyline, and that's what they're doing with Rick. They're adding new beats to it, I think, and it's very wise who they're choosing to do it with. So
Uh,
it's really good.
yeah, and it's not like a 180 on Rick just because Rick might behave a better person, like when he's in legal scenes and all that stuff. He's still gonna be using all the skills, techniques, wheeling and dealing that he's always done. So
Yeah.
you're still gonna get your bits of Rick, but it's gonna be at a little different scale, which would be fun.
Yes. I know that and that. Let's see. You miss anybody? I think.
Uh,
Uh,
No, I don't think so.
Showing.
Yeah.
Did we get everybody chatting? I think we got everybody just about because there was no Charlotte this week. There was no. I mean, they named the kid Phoebe, the baby, chasing. We already know what's going to happen on that storyline.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm not excited about that either. Okay, so so we mentioned it, folks. We mentioned it.
I mean, I will reserve the right to be excited in the future once they
Right,
kind of reveal like who's behind the tattoo, who's behind, Phoebe's, want to
right,
escape, then maybe
right.
I get more interested.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Okay, so we did it. Okay, we're almost 100 people watching us as always. We will be here next week, next Sunday, but not Easter Sunday. So the following Sunday will not be here. I'll be hunting Easter eggs.
That's right. James is going to be rising that day.
I will. Oh, everybody greet me as he is risen. He is risen. Body of Christ, amen. That's me. I'll be rising that morning, or maybe the afternoon. We'll see what happens. But I'll be out. We'll be out. We'll be back the following. But we're here next Sunday. So next Sunday, if all goes well, I have a little not a procedure. I have a little thing happening Friday, but it should be minor, and then I should be fine to be here on Sunday. So we'll see. I'm finally having that racial reassignment surgery. I'm gonna tell you what race yet, but I'm just gonna change. I'm tired of being black. It's gonna
Wow.
change. I know.
What a twist. All
A
right.
little cliffhanger for you. So next week, what I look like? I'm just kidding, folks. Don't clip that part out. Frank, emails.
Oh my. Well, let's see.
I'm hunting rabbits. Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do.
Uh, 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 uh. Here we go.
Candace was like, she was all off and wrong. So she's like, how many do we have? And we'll see what's up.
Here we go.
427 0. Oh, one went away. 427 007. It was eight.
Oh, all right. Somebody decided they didn't want to send me something there.
I guess so. It literally, we saw it. It was 8, and then it went to 7. I'm like, oh, I guess that was it.
There you go.
But no, but seriously, thank you so much for watching or listening to these shows. We do them we do it every Sunday, just about. I'm not Blair from One Life to Live. I know. I did a show on that. Asian Blair was first. I know Asian Blair. She was first. But sometimes she was Cassie the Piva. You know the whole story. Even the show played on that later. So at Ace's funeral, they played on that. But anyway, so yes, lots of content coming your direction. Lots and lots and lots of content. Follow him at Happy Go Jack. You follow me at James Hunt Jr. and JLJ Media. So you can keep up with all the shenanigans that are going on at here. We have so much more. We have so much more coming and stuff happening, and yeah,
James might not even be alive by next Sunday after all the content that he's putting out for you this week. He may not survive.
I may not, and so I want you to play this video as my last video.
That's right.
And my final picture, go on LinkedIn. That's the picture I want to use. That's what I want to use. We love you guys. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week for another Top Sunday.